what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful evening. Isn't it amazing? Isn't life interesting and isn't it amazing? And how do you treat every single day? And the reason I ask the question, is it possible that crappy, horrible things can happen? Is it also possible that it's the way we look at them that determines whether or not they're negative or positive? And is it possible that most people look at things from a negative point of view? Are you an optimist, are you a pessimist, or a realist? A really interesting question. And the three kinds of people that are those realists, optimists and pessimists will look at a situation. One will see all the bad stuff, one will see it as it is, and one will make it even better than it is because they're an optimist. How do you live your life? And do we get to choose how we live our life? Do we have to see the negative, or do we choose to see the negative? The real thing is that the sun's going down, it's the end of the day. That's a fact. Some people will say, it's getting dark, that's terrible, I don't like the dark. Other people say, I love the dark because that's nighttime and that's when I get to sleep. And other people say, I'm really excited about the end of the night because tomorrow's got a whole new day and a whole new experience and I'm going to do more amazing things tomorrow. But that headspace is a choice. But how do we make sure that if you want to be an optimist, and I like to be this person, a positive solution-finding optimist. That's how I like to live my life. Now, you, of course, don't have to live your life like that. But it means that I've got to look at things differently than somebody who's negative, than somebody who only sees the horrible things. So, for example, and this is why I've chosen this spot, a lot of people complain about this spot because the lake collects a whole heap of dead pieces of wood and they float down through the dam, through the lake, and they end up on the side of the lake. They're very difficult for water skiing, very difficult for swimming. Some people say it doesn't look nice and the council has to come and collect all the wood. But for me it's awesome because I like to put unique pieces of wood in my garden, so I come and collect them, put them in the back of the ute and take them home and make my garden look amazing. I love these things. Now, as a council person who's got to collect them, I'll probably say negatively, these are horrible pieces of wood and I don't like them. But we get to look at things the way we want to look at them. And whether you're a council worker who's got to collect the wood, or you are me who's excited about collecting unique pieces of wood, the reality of the situation is that there's pieces of wood sitting on the side of the lake and we can do something positive with them. So a lot of people come down here and collect the wood and have a bonfire and have a really wow experience. Other people complain the council should be picking up the wood because it looks horrible. I would love to live in a world where people are optimistic. I'd love to live in a world where people are solution finders. I'd love to live in a world where people look for the bright side rather than the dull and the negative side. But the realistic side of that is people are going to do what they're going to do. I can't change other people. I can only change me. And whether something's negative or positive, I choose to look at the positive. And I'm known as that person. Rowie, you always look at the positive. And isn't it interesting how people say that to me? You always look at the positive. Yes, I do. I'm always looking for a way to turn a negative into a positive. And whether it's a horrible experience or a fantastic experience, I want to make it something that will help me grow, get better, get stronger, get wiser. So however you decide to live your life, could it be easier? Could life be more fun? Could it be easier to live life to the max if you have a positive attitude? Because even the tough stuff becomes easier. Rowie, but people get sick and people die and horrible things happen. Yes, they do, but how would we get tougher and stronger and wiser if we were happy, happy, rah, rah, beautiful all the time? Sometimes it's really cold and misty and windy and yucky at the lake and it's not nice to come down here. And other nights it's like this and it's absolutely beautiful. But how could I appreciate the beautiful if there weren't the nights where it's misty and foggy and windy? But I love coming down here then too, because I love putting myself in a situation where I have to handle the elements, where I have to be tough. So however you live your life, all I would love for you is to be happy. Live your life to the max, waking up every day excited that it's a new day, and at the end of the day excited that you've had a great day. Could that be a great way to live your life to the max? Super-duper-doo, how are you? Living your life to the max. Look at this beautiful lake. Woohoo!